So here we are, the unofficial start to summer, Memorial Day weekend. Real busy time at work. Can't get outside to do any bushcrafting. Very busy on the weekends doing chores, getting the garden ready, a lot of family obligations. All good things, of course. So tonight, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer. I'm going to enjoy this fire, listen to some music. As you see, I have my shelter set up back there. I'm going to enjoy a night out under the stars. And tomorrow morning when we wake up, we are going to eat the ultimate survival food. Happy Memorial Day. There's nothing like waking up to the sound of birds eating from their bird feeder and dropping seeds all over your shelter. A misplaced shelter last night right underneath my bird feeder, and about 5:30 this morning, what I thought was rain was actually seeds falling from the bird seed. It's pretty funny, but there really is nothing like waking up to the birds, the sun rising, and just morning fresh air. So like I said, today we're going to be making bannock. It's a traditional bushcraft meal. So this is the next step to cooking over a campfire after marshmallows. If you want to get your kids involved with cooking over a campfire, this is a great little activity for them to do. This is something I plan on doing with them when I take them on their day hike. Get them involved, get them really to enjoy the outdoors, and we'll be doing some other things as well, but cooking over a campfire always seems to be a real exciting task for the kids to do. Starting the fire, watching it build, making the food, and then obviously eating what you make and do it. And for the traditionalists out there, I understand that I'm not making this the traditional way. The traditional way to make bannock is on a piece of sandstone. I believe it's a D-shaped type sandstone, tilted and angled towards the fire. We're not going for traditional type cooking today, but we are going to be cooking the bannock, and I'm going to be eating it with my breakfast. There's a multitude of ways to make bannock, but today I'm just going to go for something pretty simple. Like I said, flour, sugar, baking powder, dehydrated milk, and some water. I'm just going to add a little honey just to make it a little sweeter. So I would probably pre-mix this before going into the woods. Carry it in a Ziploc bag of some sort, or some type of pouch. No special measurements here. It's just a typical coffee mug. I'm gonna put 3 of these in my bag. I'm hoping that's about a cup. I'm thinking that's about a cup of flour. 2. Dehydrated milk. 1, 2. Teaspoon of baking powder. Teaspoon of sugar. Okay, so now that I have all my ingredients in my bag, I'm just going to give this a little mix before I start adding water. If you've never had coffee over a campfire, you're missing out on life. All right, I'm just going to go a little at a time here with the water. This is the moment I'm wishing I had a bowl. And with some movie magic, this is what you're looking for. I transferred everything to a bowl. Got a little sticky, a little messy. But again, I just wanted to show what the consistency of this is. All right, and there's your dough ball. That's what you're looking for. Bannock, Lauren. Bannock. So I don't know if you're supposed to use oil or any type of lard or fat or butter to coat the bottom of your pan. I may just put a little oil down just to give it a little coating before I throw it on the fire real quick. So I just really don't want it to stick. Again, this is your project. However you feel that you want to make it. There's a multitude of ways to make bannock. This is just the way that I'm going to do it today. All right, so here's the bannock flattened out in my cast iron. I threw a little olive oil down at the bottom. I really don't know if that was a good or bad idea. We're going to find out though. And I'm going to let this cook over the embers of the fire. Rule of thumb is if you can hold your hand over the fire for just about 5 seconds where the embers are, that's hot enough and perfect to cook your bannock. You really want to do it on the embers, not an open flame. So just a reminder, the cast iron is going to get hot. You want to make sure you have something to grab it out of the fire with, because the last thing you want to deal with is a burn while you're out in camp. So I just gave the bannock a flip. You can see it's nice and golden brown on the one side. Hopefully it's going to cook through the other. Again, this is all trial and error right now for me. Hopefully it comes out really good, and I've done this the right way. The most important thing from what I've been reading is that it's cooked through, and you can pretty much add whatever you want to it. I think the next time I'm going to add not just the honey, but I'm going to add some raisins. Maybe I'll add some dry fruit. But this looks to be like a real treat right now that we're about to give ourselves. So we're looking for, once we feel that this is cooked, we're looking for almost a hollow sound if you knock on the one side of it. Apparently that's the sign that it is cooked thoroughly through, and it's not going to be like a doughy consistency. Starving. So I think we're good to go now. I'm going to take this off the fire. We're going to see how it goes. I mean, that looks freaking delicious if you ask me. I'm going to get it out of the cast iron so it stops cooking. I'm going to put it onto something, and we're going to dig into the sucker. It's got a hollow sound, so I'm hoping it's cooked straight through. I'm going to cut into it. We're going to see what happens. I mean, this looks pretty good to me. She's perfectly cooked through. So this is perfectly cooked. There's no dough inside at all. Nice and crispy on the outside. And we're going to take a little bit of a bite. I'm going to see how this tastes. That's really good. The olive oil, probably could have done without, just so it doesn't get so crispy on the outside. Might have been a little bit better of an idea to use lard or maybe butter. So like I said, guys, the ultimate survival food. Dense, carbohydrate rich, will help you maintain throughout the day while you're doing your tasks around camp. A very easy project or a cooking project to do with the kids. Next step for marshmallows, you have bannock. Super easy, super simple, and it'll keep you alive and keep you full in the woods. A little melted butter in that bad boy on this bread. That is, I'll tell you something, if you're in the woods and this is what you're eating, that's absolutely delicious. I'm gonna throw some eggs on. I'm gonna have some eggs. I'm gonna have some bannock. Everything tastes so much better over a fire. Bannock, eggs, Memorial Day weekend. This is actually pretty good. I'm really happy it came out the way it did. And I'm looking forward to taking the kids up in the mountains next week or in a couple of weeks to teach them how to do this. So full disclosure, guys, I do have an Amazon Associates page. Anything I use in my video today, I'll have a link for it in my description. If you happen to click on that link and you purchase something, I do get a little bit of a kickback for it. It helps me and it helps the page grow, and I appreciate the support. So that's going to wrap it up for me today. The ultimate survival food, bannock. If you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, ring that bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. And again, happy Memorial Day. Be safe this weekend. I really appreciate you checking me out. This is Justin with Backyard Bushcraft, signing out.